afternoon. It's Rachel here, and we are doing, let me see, I can have a look on my computer. I can't remember what episode I'm up to. I think it's episode 2, or not episode 2, because there'll be Sarah's episode 3. It will be episode 5. It will be, because we've done the 2 introductory episodes. So I'm actually going to be, I was planning on getting some embroidery done here before I came on to do my video, but as per usual, it didn't happen because I've been, as you know, I've been madly recording lots of videos for when I'm gone. And so I just couldn't, I had other things that I needed to get done first, and I just couldn't find the time to, I'm just going to, I need my threader. Here it is. I didn't have the time to sort of get cracking on it, but I'm going to start working on the stems of this, and then I'll have to work on it when I'm in Australia. Will I use that colour? No, I think I would like to use, I don't know where that one came from. I'd like to use a like more acidy sort of green, like, yeah, that's got more blue in it. That one's got more yellow in it. I might use that one. I can't remember what type of flowers. I've got my drawing over there. But anyway, let's just start doing the stems. I may not finish all the stems in the video. I'll just show you how I'm going to do them. And then I'll show you how I'm going to do the flowers. And then that way I might use that, you never know. I can come back, even when I'm in, if I take it with me to Australia, because I might have to finish off some of these bits, I can update, maybe do a quick little video. I don't know. I didn't want to be doing, oh my goodness, I'm being a ding-dong. I didn't want to be doing videos while I was there because, you know, I'm not in my space and not at my computer and all that sort of thing. I don't like doing things from my telephone. Okay, so I'm going to do, oh my goodness, I've threaded it in a blunt needle. That's no good. That's good for bookbinding, that one, because it's blunt. It's not going through the fabric. Okay, we have to start again, guys. So we're doing well, doing very well. Excuse me. I think when I'm in Australia, I might have to take a few things that I haven't finished. Oh my gosh, now what have I done there? Well, anyway, it's threaded. I'm going to just do a little snipperoo there and get rid of that. What have I done? I've gone through the thread. The trials and tribulations of threading a needle. I might take my Fleur Wood project. You know, I bought her course, and so I might take that. So let's try again. So I'm going to do, I've got this wonderful book that I showed you guys here. I've actually bought it for my mum for Christmas. I can tell you that because she would have already received it. I'm going to do this stitch here, straight feather stitch. That's with a metallic thread, that one. But she does 2 feathers on each side, and I thought that was fun and interesting, and it kind of reminded me of wildflowers. So I'm going to start at the top. Oh gosh, I might need my pliers. I don't want to make them too sort of regular. So then see, I've done 2 at the top. Oh, I should zoom you in. You won't be able to see. For heaven's sake, Rachel. You need to zoom in. Okay, and then I need to hold my thread here. And I don't want them to all be, you know, equidistant or anything like that. So I'm just going to, excuse me, stay on my line. Now, I was watching, oh gosh, now I'm having a blank. Corinne, I was watching you, Corinne. And she was doing some tags, some Christmas tags. Maybe I should tell you. I won't remember to, what's it called? Link it. Oh, here we go. To Be Loved Treasures by Corinne. That's her name on YouTube, and she's doing our project, so you would have seen her sharing some things. She was talking about the Friction pen. Yes, it can come back. The image can come back. Well, we've been told that. So it hasn't ever come back to me, but I actually draw very lightly, and her suggestion was, oh, I didn't there. What I try to do with that in mind is I try to, so you get the idea of what I'm doing here. We'll finish this one stem and then we'll move on to the next one. I try to sort of cover it, make sure I've covered it. So, yes, draw lightly, as Corrine said, or even, you know, small, like if you're drawing a loopy sort of design or a teardrop design for your petals or something like that, you know, do them smaller than what you need. So that way you know you're going to cover them up with your stitches. I might even, you know, jump down a bit further down. I don't necessarily want those everywhere. Like so. And do even a shorter one here, just to switch it up a little bit. Like so. And down even further. It's a bit thicker down here. I think I've got more layers of fabric. Trying to see my line. I mean, my line is already faded away. And you can even come up like right near the last stitch and have them like in a V sort of shape. If that makes sense. Look, you just make it up as you go. And then maybe I'm just going to have one here and then go down to the bottom. Now I chose to use, this is Appleton wool, I didn't say that. I chose to use that because I'm just going to do a couple of stitches down here for the stem. So because I've got the tulle underneath here, the tulle and the organza. So I'm actually going through layers of tulle and organza. And so I wanted a thread that might, you know, stand out a bit better. And I'm not putting any down there. But then I need to come up. Actually, I need to end it because I like to, you need to start at the top and work your way down. So I'm going to leave that threaded because then I'll do my other stems. There's some other stems there that need to be done. See, I've got a stem here and a stem there, and I might do a little one there or something. Now here, I'm going to just do a split back stitch. I need to sit properly on my chair. I don't want to use, what's it called? Wool, so just a sec. For that one, I'm going to use a perlé. And let's see what colour. And then I might use a 6-stranded in there. I can't remember what I was going to do there, but anyway. Let me get my drawing. That might help. Here's my little drawing. Okay. Oh, and then I had some other things come out there. Oh, I was going to have little... Okay, well, that's all right. We can work that out. Right. I love it because now that I've gotten myself off the ground and starting, I'm starting thinking, oh, I'm going to use this colour and that colour. So, yeah, once you get cracking, you sort of start... Things start to come to mind. Now, I think I want a dark green. Now that's a very, oh no, that's a bluey green. I might use that one, or do I want it that dark? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this one. I love this green. I think this might be the 601 green. Oh look, there's a, oh, no, I don't want to use glitzy. I'm not using glitzy today. I'm not glitzy Rachel. I probably got way too long a piece than what I need, what I should be. Not what I need it, but what I should be doing. I don't always do what I should. Okay, I'm just going to relax my back. I'm going to do, what did I tell you? Back split stitch. So it's basically back stitch, but you come back in it and split it. It's a little bit, I mean, it's easy to do with the stranded threads, obviously, because you go in between the strands. I'm having trouble threading. I'm not doing well today with the threading. It's not my day. And I think my threader has gone wonky. And so, sometimes it doesn't go back in through the eye of the needle. But actually, it's just a really thick, I think, is this one, might be a number 5, this one. It's a thicker one. Oh, actually, also, you know what else could be nice with that for this thing is, actually, no, I might change my mind. I'm going to do stem stitch. Stem stitch. So stem stitch, as we know, you come, I'm going to have to, I can't do it like, you know, that way. I have to do the stabbing way because it's just too thick. I'm going over the lace. But you go forward and then you come back. You're meant to come back at the beginning of different sort of texture and feel for each plant, to each bit of flowers or whatever, to distinguish them from each other. Let me just see if I'm on screen. I might move over here a little bit further. Can you imagine if I moved it over a little bit further and then I was off screen? I moved myself off screen, it could be. No, I'm on. I think it's more central. I wasn't sitting on my chair properly, if I'm honest. And I was kind of turned around the other way and had my body twisted. So it's a good thing that I adjusted myself. Might just tap it too, just to make sure it's in focus. Okay, I'm doing very big stitches here. Okay, I need to actually end it and come and start at the base. Okay. So you can see the change in colour. So you get all these different colours without having to change your thread. And so if I wanted this lighter colour first, then I would have my knot at this end. But if I want the darker colour first, then I have my knot at the other end. If that makes sense. I'm just thinking, where do I want to place them? Do I want to... Yeah, maybe I'll come over here. Oh, and do a taller one. And then, of course, I'm going to come in and do sort of wispy sort of grass. And again, I think I'll use some sort of variegated thread for that. So I am doing very big stitches here, but you can do smaller ones. Oops, and I'm about to unthread and I don't want that to happen. And we have to waste time threading again. So you kind of get the idea. So what I might do now is just pause my video and keep on working on my stems, and then I'll do a couple more. I might not do them all, although I should try and get them done, shouldn't I? Maybe I will sit and stitch this afternoon and get them done, and that way we can put the flowers on. I'll attach the two videos together. I'll start putting the flowers on so you can see. Okay, I think that's enough on that one. I'm going to come back. Oh no, as I said, I'm back. I did finish this one. I kind of finished this one here. I need to do 2 more branches on that one. This was the shape I was really going for, but I didn't quite get there. And now I'm doing some little flowers on here. My hand's actually getting really tired because I'm going through a lot of layers. It's quite hard work. I'm using this thread. It's kind of like some sort of matte sort of cotton thread. I think I bought it at the Crafty op shop when I was in Australia in April with my sister, and on the bag it said candle wicking, and it's got multiple things, but I really like the color. I'm doing these little sort of flowers. They're going to have a center. They're kind of just simple flowers, and I'm just putting them here. I'm going to fill it. They're just going to be randomly thing. So I'm going around doing just like thin petals on them. I'm even overlaying onto the greenery as well. Gosh, my hand's tight. It hurts. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm doing any number. I'm just working around in a circle, going back into the center. Any number of petals. Probably odd number of petals is how nature does it, unless one fell off and it became even. And they'll pop a bit more when I put their center in. I'll probably put some sort of orangey center in, I think, in those, or a darker musty sort of yellow, but I think I might do orange. So that just gives you the idea of what's happening with those. And I'll probably work on it in Australia. I don't want to rush it. It's meant to be pleasurable. And then for these ones I wanted to cut. Let me just get my fabrics. Let's see what I have here. That was what I put on the behind there. So I don't want that. But I wanted to just cut little circles. I think I've only got very plain fabrics in this one. So this is not the basket that I want. Aha. Let's see what's here. We need something with a bit of colour. No, not navy. A lot of blue. I want to go all yellow. I don't want to go too bright. I don't know. I don't know what my vision is. Not green. Not bright pink. You never know. It might not have anything that I want in here. I don't even know what I want. That. It's a possibility. That's lovely. It's a bit brighter than what I'm thinking. I could have something in my painted fabrics actually. I just want a really soft sort of colour in it. So it's all too strong as far as colours are concerned of what I'm thinking. Just lift those out. Oh, that's so pretty. Could use a bit of that. See, this is why we need to keep our little scraps. I'm not going to do the yellow because I've got the yellow happening there. That's not right. That's too bright. My sister would beg to differ. She loves really bright, but I'm not feeling like I want to go really bright in this at the moment. I don't know. What does this one look like? Nope. I'll just grab another piece of that. I think I might go with those 2 shades of blue and yellow. I said no. Okay. I might cut a little red one out as well. Now I could go with wool felt, but I put my wool felt away because I'm clever. And so I'm going to do fabric, and I need to cut squares. I might just cut a strip. Don't need a lot. I'll just cut one. So I cut a little square. These are not the best. I prefer my big scissors for this. And then just pull it around in a circular fashion. This one won't be the best, I was going to say, because I stopped and started because I changed scissors. Now they will fray, but that's cute. I'm going to have little fray bits. Now I just want to see what this one's going to look like. This one might stand out more. Might be too blendy, I don't know. Let's just try another one. Put that one there. I'll definitely have a mix of them. And while I'm cutting, I'm thinking, what? Actually, I've got a box of cut things. Just a minute. Let me go and grab that. There might be something in there. Let's just have a look. Which box? Oh, I know this box, I think it was. No. Here we go. I have a box of cut things here already. Look at this. I might find, oh, let's see. I've got some lace. Oh, let's use these. Sorry guys, it was my mother-in-law. She's got our organic chickens, but she can't lift them out of the car, and I can't lift them out of the car because they'll hurt my back, and Steffi's not here, so she's going to come back. We're going out to dinner afterwards, so she's going to come back then. I think I'm going to use a variety of these mixed. I'm going to do them mixed. I might cut them a little bit smaller. Let's see what else is in here. Here's some blue. I cut these out of like a vintage sort of lace. That one. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, oh, what's that? A key. There's a key in there. Huh. Let's see what other colours. Oh, I'm so pleased I remembered that. Let's slip that one in there as well. Let's just see. Okay. Oh, my back. I've got to sit properly, otherwise I get a really sore back. So I'm going to trim it down a little bit. It's a little bit... Oh, don't make a mess of it because I liked it. Okay. That one's good. trim this one down a bit better. And I'm going to stitch them on with French knots. Oh, it won't matter that they're wonky because they'll just go near each other. Well, that's what I say anyway. Still too big. Okay, that. So that's a nice little exercise. Well, it's not fun. Plus these scissors, I need to get my pink ones, my new ones. I'm going to buy more when I go to Australia. I always buy scissors when I go there. I don't know why, because I like these scissors. They come from Spotlight. You know, when you've got little bits and pieces, so I might just chuck those in there, and those can be cut into little circles. You know, in my downtime, never have downtime, but you just say I had a downtime, that's what I'd be doing. Okay, so now I'm going to choose a colour. I don't think I want that colour. Some sort of yellow. Not that yellow. No, I don't want any of those colours. I tend to like these more muted sort of colours. That's going to be too similar to that. I could use, well, here's the more of the candle wicking stuff. I kind of like that. So I'm going to use one strand and do little French knots to hold those down. So hopefully I don't tangle them like I did the other one. It's all tangled. You can't see that, but it is. Now the whole, I don't know if I said this in this video, but the whole thing is you're going to move backwards and forwards on your piece, and you know, you might add more as the prompts come along, and so it doesn't all have to be finished, you know, in the 2 weeks, if you know what I mean. Also because, you know, it doesn't necessarily, as it's going to be a continual piece, it's not like one page, finish off the page and go on to the next page, or a block, finish the block and then go on to the next block. It's not like that at all. So you might want to come back and work on it. Now, I thought I had another needle here. I can't seem to see. I can't seem to thread this one for some reason. Being a bit of a ding-dong. Oh my wordy lordy. Okay, got it, I think. Don't speak too soon. Yes. Right, so I'll just put my first flower on. Just put them all over here. And I might put my first one right here. I might do lots of wraps. And I'll put one here. Actually, in the center of those flowers, I might do like a salmon-y sort of color, I think. And I don't care if my knots are messy or anything like that. I like that. this one on. Oh, I came up. Doesn't matter. Just stick your thing on and down you go. We'll have, oops, that one, and you could even decide which side. Actually, I don't want that one. I'm going to have this one because it's too similar to the other one. I don't really want that big gap there, so I think I'll go like this. Now I could decide to come up and do a bit of stem in there. That one's attached to stem, that's gone behind there, but it looks like it's sort of floating, so I could come back if I wanted to and put another stem in there. And I continue to forget to put my thing before I come up through the fabric. I need a few more. I want to put one over there, but I'm running out of thread. So let's end this. Oh, there's the other needle. I like the lace because it's just another little bit of texture. I think that's it. I don't need any more flowers after this one. Uh-oh, got a tangle. No, it doesn't want to come through. Well, the good thing is I've only got one attached, so I'll just cut it out. I could have kept it, but I would have only kept it if it was the first one, and then I did them all like that with loopy bits, and they would have been fine with loopy bits, but you know, not the last one. I'm not going to leave the last one with a loopy bit and the rest no. Did I remember to turn the camera on? I did. Okay. And there, as far as a composition, there definitely more needs to happen in this, you know, this part of the project. But first I like to get my main bits on, and then I can work in with other bits. So let's put this away. I try to keep myself a bit orderly. Sometimes I get totally out of control, but I try to keep myself a bit orderly. If I've finished with a colour, I try to sort of put all the threads back on, the left, you know, the ones I didn't use, and then put it away if I don't need it anymore. Okay, so that's that one. And then, oh, that's that one I'm still working on. I love that. And then here I'm just simply going to do, let's move that out of the way. I still need that one. I'm going to do French knots. I don't have a lot of colour going on here. I wonder how I might like to do them. That's one of those sock threads. No, I don't want to do them that colour. I don't want to do salmon. I could do something like that. Nope, that's not going to do it. That, nope. Not that. I might have some trouble choosing a colour here. Got this variegated icy sort of colour. I might use that. It won't stand out very much, or I could use a really pale pink. I don't want to use pale pink. Dusty pale pink. That's already better. Maybe I'll use that one. Dusty pale pink. I'm going to use, I think I'll use 6 strands. I just want to do, I'll do 1. And then I just want to show you, I'm going to do some grass down below, but I still got a lot of flowers and stuff to do as well. Just to give you just really to give you ideas. So just at the end of these, I'm using 6 strands. I'm going to do 3 wraps. I'm not going to pull it too tight. I want them to be quite chunky. Not pulling them too tight. One, two, three. Okay, so that's the idea. I like that colour. I'm glad I chose that. I can jump down here and do them here. So I'll continue on doing those. This is pretty much done. And then I wanted to go down and do some wispy sort of grass as well. And I think I'm going to, I'll show you which thread I'm going to use. So of course my flowers are not representative of real flowers. They're just, you know, pretend. So this one's a bit of a funny shape. I wanted that shape, but I didn't do it, did I? I went wonkers. I've got 2 more to do over there. But anyway, I'm going to end that off. Oh my goodness. What is going on? Why am I getting so tangled? I can't seem to... There we go, I got it. I couldn't understand why I can't pull it through. There's no knot. Okay. So that's that. And then I was going to use this thread here. It's variegated. It's a Steph Francis from the UK. And it's a perlé cotton. And I'm just thinking, do I want, which side will I start on? I would normally work right to, yeah, I think I can do that. I think I can manage it because I'm just looking at here. I've got to do that branch there. But anyway, I'm just going to come across here. This is where I break the rules, my rules that I give myself not to do too long stitches, and I allow myself to do slightly longer ones because I'm doing grassy bits. I'm trying to make myself not be all the same, if that makes sense, like move about and do sort of different angles and different lengths, and then you get all the shades because it's a variegated thread. They could even cross over, and then I might come along. I'll just see how it looks as I put in all the rest of the other details, but I might come in and put some little French knots in some colors here and there, so they're like little budding sort of flowers, like there could be little forget-me-nots or that sort of thing, just to add more color. So I'll just finish off this thread and then we'll have a look. I might come in and add another color of blades of grass. I definitely like it going over the sari silk. I'm going to jump across a little bit because then I'll grab, I'm not going to do it in this video, but when I grab another piece of this thread, I will start back in here so I get some different colors and not have all this tanny sort of color next to each other. Next to it, yeah. Okay. So it's starting to take shape. Oh my gosh, my hand's so sore, I need to have a rest. Okay. And there we go. So it is starting to take shape. It's not there yet. This all needs to be filled in a lot. And I'm going to have other little things maybe coming up here. And you know, do a bit of filling in there. Well, the grass is going to do that, and I will put little buds and things happening there. So that's just an idea. That's my wildflowers, and I can't remember what the next prompt is, but that will be the next video. And then this will be worked on while I'm in Australia. And as I said, you don't have to finish everything straight away. You can, even if you haven't finished, move on to the next prompt, and then you'll just come back in here and work as you feel like it. You know, when you're working down here, you might think, oh, I might do that up there, sort of thing, and then that will happen. So I hope you enjoyed that, and next week will be the next prompt. So gosh, it's a fast mover, faster than I can stitch. So have a great day, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.